Why have you never stood next to nobody? Because you studied the 48 laws of power.
Nah, man, that's whack. And he knew exactly what I meant because he'd been standing next to something his entire career.
Right.
He stood next to Biggie. You put hot on him. That's stand next to the fight if you want, right? You stood next to Mace. Stood next to Ja. Look, Puffy might be the destination for anybody going nowhere.
He's not wrong. Y'all are fucked.
Nobody survived him.
You all are fucked.
Look at it.
Yeah.
Please, people, help me help you. Who's first?
A recent video of 50 Cent exposing Puffy for sacrificing Biggie and other celebrities has been gaining a lot of attention on social media, with most fans claiming he's not the first person who has accused P. Diddy for sacrificing his Bad Boy record mates. If you were around during the days that Diddy went by the name of Puff Daddy, you probably remember that he got the world moving with his name. During the late 90s, Bad Boy Records dominated the music industry with a constant flow of hits that took dance floors and radio stations by storm with extravagant videos that featured lots of explosions and shiny suits.
Uptown Records started with 5 people. Andre Harrell, I'll Be Sure, Heavy D, and Puffy. And Kim was the longest working employee because she was there from the very beginning. She was Andre's personal assistant. Kim is dead. Heavy D is dead. Andre Harrell is dead. The only 2 left are Puffy and Al almost died. Isn't that interesting?
Now looking back to the Bad Boy Records artists that have lost their lives or just quit the industry to join religion, it's raising eyebrows. What happened? Turns out, behind the colorful facade of bright colors and shiny clothes, some shady dealings were happening and rumors about Diddy's treatment of artists were circulating. A ridiculously large number of Bad Boy artists ended up broke, dead at a young age, or in jail for a long time. The biggest head turn was the fact that a number of artists who worked with Diddy quit the industry and dedicated their lives to religion. More than 3 artists turned into religion while their counterparts ended up losing their lives. Singer-songwriter Jaguar Wright, who has been making headlines for the past couple of years for spilling the tea on Hollywood, had something to say about Diddy and how he is the only survivor at the record label. She explained that Bad Boy Records was started by 5 people and that of the 5, 3 lost their lives already. One, Al Be Sure, was in a coma and that the only person who survived without a scratch after all the commotion was P. Diddy, or Honeycombs as she liked to call him. She then went ahead and said that the other 4 had all experienced what they did while on the verge of writing tell-all books. Even Al Be Sure, who thankfully survived his coma, was writing his book before the tragedy befell him. It's like someone doesn't want something to be said. If tell-all books were the reason why they were all dying, then they must know stuff that someone doesn't want known. When 50 Cent claimed that everyone who stood beside Diddy and associated with him ended up a failure or broken, the internet chewed him up, claiming he was still trying to bring Diddy down, but then more evidence against Diddy kept creeping up, making his most loyal fans doubt him. The first news to come up was the news of how a 19-year-old successful rapper quit the industry to become a pastor. From 1996 to 1999, a young rapper at Bad Boy Records called Mace or Mason Betha dominated the charts with his first album Harlem World going platinum 4 times. Following this enormous success, it came as a shock to the hip-hop world when Mace announced his retirement to become a pastor. He announced his retirement from music to pursue a calling from God, claiming he had been leading people, friends, kids, and others down a path to hell. He stated that rap wasn't real and that he left to find God in his heart and follow him. At the time, Mace's retirement raised a lot of questions. What made him leave the music industry? How do you have a 19-year-old rapper named Mace who decides one day to wake up and say, you know what, I want to get out of this SHT and be a minister? An insider said he left and formed Say Ministries. The acronym stands for Saving a Nation Endangered, where he now calls himself Minister Mace after a soul-stirring vision from God. Going Say may have saved Mace's life. If anybody who wants to do something to you, they'll think twice, the insider asserted. When you're with the Lord, they think twice about doing you stuff. Think about it. He's the only one who got out on top. Another artist who ran towards religion was Loon, who released his first album with Bad Boy Records in 2003. In 5 years, after a trip to Abu Dhabi, Loon converted to Islam and officially changed his name to Amir Junaid Muhaddith. After having converted to Islam, he subsequently ended his music career and would later relocate to Egypt, where he lived until 2011.
About Cassie one time, and she was saying someone had asked her why she cut her hair, and she was like, Diddy said he just liked it that way. And they said when she answered the question, it was like she was in a trance. Like she was just like, I just don't know. Diddy just said he would like my hair this way. And it is. They was like so.
But Puff Daddy's stories get more disturbing as he ages. Apparently, it's not about the fact that he's possibly gay or bi. He would certainly not be the first one in the music industry, but it's about how he allegedly uses it to assert power and dominance over people. In a shocking video posted on Instagram in 2020, Jaguar Wright, the tell-all artist, claimed that Diddy forced male artists to perform sexual acts on him for power. Jaguar said she had hired an entertainment lawyer who had just left Bad Boy, withholding the attorney's name for fear of retaliation, and that the lawyer confided in Wright and shared an unsettling story about her time at the label. Wright said that Diddy had a meeting with singer and New Jack City actor Christopher Williams, possibly signing a demo deal when the attorney, who needed to get approval for some paperwork, went to Diddy's office. The door wasn't locked, so she didn't think twice about just walking in. Wright said, when she walked in, she saw Christopher Williams performing fellatio on Puff. That was surely a surprising sight, but it didn't bother the lawyer so much as it embarrassed her, so she just played it cool until Diddy brought it up the next day. He was allegedly aggressive, asking her if she intended on telling anyone. When she politely asked him why he hadn't locked the door, he reportedly replied, "I'll do whatever the FCK I want to do in my building. It's power." See, Diddy told the lawyer, "If I could make a man suck my DCK, I could make people do anything for money." Wright was adamant that Diddy had threatened to ruin the attorney's life if she ever told anyone. "You better not try to do nothing to her either," Wright said. "She ain't had nothing to do with you being no sodomite, forcing men to do degrading acts just so you could prove how FC-King powerful you are." After Jaguar had told her side of the story, Diddy's former bodyguard Gene Deal confirmed she wasn't lying in a video where he stated, "I know that for a fact because I was right there." Diddy said, "Yo Gene, watch the door and don't let nobody come through." I said, "I'll watch the door, and if I watch the door and him and a man ran out naked and I said that, ain't nobody told me that. I saw that myself. I'm telling you what I saw." Deal also made another video where he claimed that the things he saw while working for Diddy incited him to start praying and quote scriptures. He said, "I'm the one who came out here, to let y'all know I've seen some of the devil SHT." Artists signing with Bad Boy Records always ended up broken and traumatized. Some appear to have been allegedly framed by the law, while others died early. Others witnessed unspeakable things while working with Diddy, and this might be why many of them turned to religion. Not only did the artists become religious, but they also quit everything that had struggled to achieve in their lives to dedicate their entire lives to religion. It was as if they were trying to escape something, as if they've seen things that were so unholy that they felt the need to turn to God to recover their sanity. Even Diddy's bodyguard claims that he turned to the Bible because he's seen some devil stuff that terrified him. P. Diddy himself has not said anything regarding his issue on social media, and from his character he won't be saying nothing. Someone once said rumors are based on a certain truth or a certain lie, but for Puff Daddy it's certainly hard to pinpoint whether his are truths or lies. A fan on Twitter said, "But moral of the story, Biggie was a sacrifice for Diddy, and everybody he signed after that was pawns to get richer. My opinion, and I'm sticking with it. I wouldn't sign with Diddy even if I was desperate." Another said, "I don't know if the Illuminati is real or not, but if it is, P. Diddy is definitely one of the generals." Anyways, let's not forget that this video is based on theories and my opinions and should not be considered facts. That's it for this video, guys.